Welcome, friend. Take a moment with me, right here in the quiet space we've created. We're often captivated by the grand gestures of faith, the public miracles, the loud declarations, the testimonies shouted from the stage. But today, we are diving into a deeper, more profound truth, the extraordinary, chain-breaking, mountain-moving power of hidden faith. This is the kind of faith that operates not in the spotlight, but in the deepest, most unseen corners of your heart, where your most desperate prayers reside. Think about those moments when you are completely alone, when the lights are off, the phone is put away, and no one is there to applaud your trust or witness your tears. That private space, that is the true crucible of faith. The world only sees the breakthrough the moment the bandage comes off, but God is captivated by the process, the private, persistent reliance on His Word that you nurture in secret. Hidden faith is simply the unwavering, private decision to trust God when your circumstances make no logical sense, and when no human eye can validate your belief. It is the substance of things hoped for, operating entirely unseen. This type of faith is absolutely essential because it purifies your motives. Public faith can be tainted by the desire for performance, recognition, or validation. But when you pray, believe, and sustain your hope in secret, you are proving that your relationship with God is genuine and intimate. It proves that you seek the giver, not just the gift. It cultivates an intimacy that is unmatched because in the secret place, you are vulnerable, honest, and completely reliant on Him alone. Let's look at the incredible story of the woman with the issue of blood in the Gospels. Her condition wasn't just physical, it was one that made her ritually unclean and socially shunned. She had spent all her money, suffered much, and had exhausted all earthly solutions. She didn't march to the front of a synagogue and petition Jesus publicly. Her move was entirely hidden, an act of desperate private confidence. She didn't need a public invitation, she only needed to believe in His power. She said to herself, "If I can only touch the hem of His garment, I will be made completely well." Imagine that agonizing private journey, the slow, deliberate crawl through the crowded streets, the fear of being discovered, the sheer physical effort to reach Him. That single secret reach for the fringe of His cloak, that was the purest manifestation of hidden faith. The moment her fingers brushed the fabric, the power flowed. Jesus stopped the entire procession, the crowd, the disciples, the journey, and asked, "Who touched me?" Why? Because her hidden faith drew a specific, measurable power that demanded public recognition. She risked everything, and that silent, secret act brought forth a miracle that the whole world now remembers. Your secret trust in God has the power to interrupt His entire schedule and command a miracle. Now consider the amazing contrast in the story of the Roman centurion who needed healing for his servant. This man, a powerful military leader, understood authority perfectly. He didn't ask Jesus to visit his home. He understood spiritual authority so profoundly that he said, "Lord, I am not worthy that you should come under my roof, but only speak a word, and my servant will be instantly healed." That was faith hidden not just in a private prayer, but in a profound intellectual respect for the power of the unseen, the power of the spoken word. He knew the miracle didn't reside in Jesus' physical presence or in a ritual touch. It resided in the limitless authority of His voice, which travels instantly across all distance and dimension. He had faith that worked remotely. Jesus was astonished. He marveled, saying he had not found such great faith, not even in all of Israel. This hidden faith, rooted in understanding God's spiritual authority, received instant, long-distance healing. Both of these individuals were rewarded for a faith that sought God, not recognition. They teach us that the effort you expend in your closet, the tears you cry into your pillow, the promises you whisper over your empty bank account, that is the spiritual accumulation that God honors publicly. So, what is your assignment right now? It might be to simply maintain your hope behind closed doors. Keep nourishing that hidden faith. Keep whispering His promises into the darkness. Keep reaching for the hem of His garment even when you can only touch it in your mind. Because every time you choose to speak to the mountain in private, every time you choose to forgive in silence, every time you choose to hold on to hope when despair screams the loudest, you are building a deep spiritual muscle that is invincible. That secret act of trust is creating an unstoppable flow of power that will soon overflow into a public, undeniable manifestation of God's goodness in your life. You have done the work in the hidden place. Prepare now for your public breakthrough. If this message affirmed your journey and strengthened your trust in the unseen, please share it with someone who is fighting a battle in silence, and be sure to subscribe for more deep dives into the power of God's Word.